SOAPGAWDSTV Million back with another one. Let's talk about Hedera, man. This is a full review of Hedera, price analysis, my opinion, and should you be buying Hedera Hashgraph in 2023. So if you like videos about Hbar, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and keep your favorite crypto and door-to-door entrepreneurship. And I do appreciate the people that's been sending me those prayers. I'm feeling a whole lot more better. I'm gaining my energy back. I'm gaining that enthusiasm back, and I truly appreciate y'all, family. Thank you. All right, let's get into this Hedera video. All right, now, so y'all already know Hedera is one of my beloved projects. I feel like could possibly sneak into the top 10 here in the next bull cycle. So if you go right here to the top projects, you can see that Hedera is like 37, and I feel like Hedera could easily sneak into the top 10. It's ran by some of the top projects inside the as far as success, it's ran by some of the top companies out there. So you can see, man, sitting on the council here, you got Boeing, stuff like Google, Chainlink, LG, etc. Just all these projects, right, that know how to win, family. And win is what we do, lose is not an option. But also the interesting thing is that some of these projects have ties and links to BlackRock, and we'll get into that a little bit later in the video. And I gotta ask you guys this question, man. You know, would you rather a project where you already know it's being built by proven winners, or would you want to be part of a project where some just random guy pops up out of nowhere and becomes a billionaire, i.e. Sam SBF? So again, I'm very, very bullish on the council. This makes it extremely decentralized because you got projects that are not thinking about money. Just think about all the developers on Terra Luna Classic that's been prying the community for money, prying the community for backs. Well, you don't have that type of problem here with something like Hedera because these projects are already successful. They know what it takes to be successful in today's economy, and I'm extremely bullish on the council here. We'll also get into some of the terms and length of these councils, just to let you know that it's a revolving door. Just because you see this company like Google on the council, maybe in the next couple years it might be a whole nother project, but guarantee Hedera only works with winners, man. So I'm pretty bullish on that. I would like to see more activity from the developers. As you can see right here, Hedera Hashgraph, as of October 3rd, was one of the worst projects as far as activity from developers, which was pretty interesting because we seen here they had a very, very strong Q3 and Q4. The developer count was going up, and it was extremely bullish because of Saucer Swap. So if you don't know what Saucer Swap is, it is the decentralized exchange, decentralized swap that is built on Hedera Hashgraph. All right, and a lot of that activity was increased because a lot of people were using Saucer Swap. So that's a good thing to see so many people starting to use Saucer Swap instead of a centralized exchange, gravitating to a swap that's being built on Hedera, because family, that's what we want to see. We want to see adoption, we want to see utility, and we want to see people actually using the product. So in Q3 and Q4, I mean, it was a 25% increase on that developer count as far as activity, family. So just because, you know, right here, you know, I'm guessing this was the full year, it picked up heavily, you know, in Q3 and Q4, but still nothing close to something like Ethereum, Polkadot, or even Cosmos. So that's something that we got to work on. All right, we gotta work on more activity as far as developers. But I wouldn't stop that, as you know, I wouldn't let that be a wrench in my game if I was letting that be the deciding factor on whether I buy Hedera Hashgraph or not. I still think that it's one of those projects that have a lot of potential, and they haven't really truly seen its potential, even though it's been around a long time. It's been around since 2019, and even looking at this chart here, you can see that we topped out in the last bull cycle at around let's see here, at around almost 50 cents, maybe a little bit more. But as we've been on this downtrend here, you can see it started to slow down. So it's forming a bottom, and this tells me, family, that we are in the stage of accumulation. So if you're new to crypto and you're just finding out about Hedera Hashgraph, you actually came at the best time, opposed to a lot of people who were bullish and buying at the top, because everybody was screaming Bitcoin was going to 100K. So a lot of people was filling up their bags thinking that these altcoins were going to go on one last run. Unfortunately, inflation hit, the Fed hit, and we've been seeing a downtrend and an ugly 2022 ever since. But Hedera sitting at 4 cents is definitely a great entry price, and if it goes down even lower to 3 cents, you know, not financial advice, but I will be looking to get more of my bags up. Now, one of the things that I also like about Hedera Hashgraph is the website here. The website kind of like plays upon some of the things that, you know, the narratives that will be pretty productive inside the next bull run. It's 10 times faster than blockchain alternatives, because you got to understand, this is a hash graph, not a blockchain. The technology is a little different, and if you want to know what hash graphs is, just go to Google. You can research it, or you can go to my previous videos I did on Hedera. It is also carbon negative, and you also get always predictable gas fees. So I can see a lot of the central banks and even more companies starting to build on top of Hedera. You can see that they'll be at Davos 2023, January 15th to 2020, and that's the WEF, family, the World Economic Forum. That's huge showcase for Hedera Hashgraph and its technology, and I think that that's going to be huge as they're working with companies like Avery Dennison, DLA Piper, ServiceNow, and the SB Standard Bank Group. So again, that's going to be a good look to get that awareness out there, because we want people around the world to discover Hedera Hashgraph and this technology, and being the fact, again, it's backed by nothing but winners. You can pretty much count on this project having a nice run in the next bull cycle. And speaking of the council, if you want to pause the video, you can here, but this lets you know the date that these companies joined the council, and then the date that these companies' terms end. So you want to keep this in mind, that just because you see a company on council today, it might not be on the council in the next 12 to 24 months, because it's not like they have to be on the council forever. These are terms, and then you'll see other projects actually join the council. And even though they still have slots left, this is huge, because a lot of people have been calling for Tesla and Elon Musk actually to be part of what's going on with Hedera and using the blockchain. I mean, using the hash graph technology, because it's so environmental friendly. And if you've been following Elon Musk and Tesla, he sold some of his Bitcoin because he felt like it wasn't as environmental friendly as he, you know, deemed it should be. As you can see right here, Hedera Hashgraph is more environmental friendly than Visa, family, and that's huge. Killing Ethereum and killing Bitcoin. So if Tesla wanted to really build on something that was truly environmental friendly, Hedera Hashgraph would be the play. Also, we know that Hedera Hashgraph has been working with central banks as for CBDC and testing. So a lot of these ISO 222 projects have been testing with CBDC. So this is also a huge narrative that could possibly play out inside the next bull cycle, and you want to have some exposure. It doesn't necessarily have to be Hedera Hashgraph. As you can see right here, there's other good ISO 222 projects like XRP, Quant, LCX, Algorand, XDC, etc., etc. So just keep in mind, it's nothing wrong with having that exposure, family, to some of your favorite ISO projects as the CBDC narrative heats up. Now, I'm not a big fan of CBDCs and the privacy factor, but I am a big fan as being an investor and opportunist on the CBDC narrative. So as the narrative heats up, I will continue to load my Hedera bags at a low entry point. Remember, you buy low, you sell high. You do not wait. You do not wait for the FOMO. You buy low and you sell high. All right. Not financial advice, but even more interesting, there's projects on the council like ABRDN, which is an asset manager company that he apparently deals with over $508 billion. But the thing about it, this is the most important thing that you want to pay attention to, right? ABRDN is not owned by hedge funds. We can see that the largest shareholder is BlackRock. So BlackRock also has ties to many of those companies sitting on the council. That's crazy, right? Exactly. And you can see here, one of the biggest members on the council is Boeing, and BlackRock also holds Boeing on their portfolio. I did a video on that. Make sure you go check out some of the previous videos. So this is huge, man, that a lot of these projects have ties and connections with BlackRock. So you can basically say BlackRock is on the Hedera council. Allegedly, you feel me? But it's just an interesting take, family, to see that some of the biggest companies that's backed by BlackRock also sits on the Hedera council. Why would you not want to be a part of that? All right, so it's a catch-22. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, and then you got the conspiracies out here that maybe it's one of those huge centralized projects that's collecting other people, everybody's data, etc., etc. Yes, there are theories out there that Hedera could be extremely centralized because of all these centralized companies that sit on the council. But if you did not know, the council is made to be decentralized, and it's made to be that these companies hold nodes where they can actually vote within the ecosystem. So it's not that it's centralized. The fact that they have multiple companies sit on the council is because it is decentralized. There also is a theory about the price action and the price appreciation of Hedera because of the tokenomics here. They say that they have been minting more tokens in the circulating supply. Now, this may be true because I know the last video I did, the circulating supply was sitting at 24 something. So maybe it was a mistake on coin market's end. I'm not sure. But at the end of the day, there have been theories that there has been a lot of minting and inflation within the Hedera supply. So you want to keep your eye on that. 50 billion max supply, at least we know the max, and 50% already in circulating supply. Now, when I look at projects, I want to see it at 75% or more. But again, the council pretty much makes up that for me. So, you know, you can do your own research and do your own diligence on the circulating supply and max supply. I won't let that affect my mentality towards Hedera just yet, but I will, family, keep my eye on the tokenomics because I want to personally see if this project is as inflationary as people make it out to be. So we'll just have to see. You know, the jury is still out for the tokenomics, family. The jury is still out, but this project has been backed by billionaire Kevin O'Leary. I know he hasn't had the most positive image in the light as far as the SBF and FTX situation, but again, he's one of the people that also back Hedera. So not only do you got $1 trillion of capital from all these companies that sit at the council, you also got billionaires like Kevin O'Leary that are extremely bullish on Hedera technology. So I want you guys also to keep that in mind. And yeah, last but not least, so my outlook, 2023 outlook, you can see here that BlackRock itself is saying that they're risk off because they don't believe that the damage of the inflation has been priced in. So you can either go with the crowd or you can go against the crowd. You know, if you're going with the crowd, you're going with some of the most genius people in the mind, but you got to keep that in the back of the mind, is that they want to spread fear out here to kind of like keep you from buying crypto while they load their bags up. So when you see information like this come out, you also want to be neutral with your decision making because you can't really believe everything that they put out. They always say watch what they do, not what they say, and it's very, very important because you see a lot of these huge influencers and not just influencers but banks, JP Diamond Morgans, all JP Morgans, the JP Diamonds, the Wells Fargo, all these people, they come out and they talk bad on crypto. They say crypto is dead. The media comes out and say crypto is dead, right? They come out and say, oh, everybody's risk off, right? But secretly, These guys are filling up their bags, man. They're filling up their bags and they're waiting, family, for the next bull cycle. Man, does that mean you got to rush to fill up your bags? No, you can lightly DCA. But the one thing you want to focus on right now is making as much money and cash as possible so you don't miss this opportunity. Because I tell you what, this is how I'm feeling. I'm feeling like if you miss this opportunity, this might set not just your life back, but your kids' life and your kids' life. This is the great financial reset. And I want everybody in the community to be part of this, man, in a positive way. So don't set back your legacy because you're afraid. You feel me? Don't have that fear. Have that hustle and belief that you're gonna make it out of this crypto winter, man. It's been rough for everybody. It's been rough for me as well. You feel me? I told y'all, I personally overextended myself DCAing on the way down, and I had to drastically slow down. But that didn't scare me out the market. That doesn't mean I'm leaving the market. I'm just being a little bit smarter and understanding the macro environment. So definitely want to do your own research on the macro environment. I will say crypto, man, it really taught me a lot about the macro. I will say that. All right. So United States here, they also have commentary on the equities of the United States, and they say -1. They say we are underweight. The Fed is set to raise rates into restrictive territory. Earnings downgrade are starting, but don't yet reflect the coming recession. So again, BlackRock personally doesn't think that the market has priced in all of the pain that is still yet to come. So keep that in mind, that we might even get better opportunities inside the crypto space. So I'm stacking my cash up. Like I said, I'm actually been risk off, and I'm going to be risk off probably for the next 2 months, maybe Q1. And I'm just, like I said, I'm just waiting for that Fed rate cut and that huge drop to the downside. You can see that the social mentions and social engagement, it doesn't really reflect the price of Hedera. Even that the price shot down with Bitcoin today, you still seeing that the social mentions and social engagement is up. And Hedera Hashgraph Hbar is one of those projects that's always trending on Twitter. It has a huge community. BitBoy even is bullish on Hedera Hashgraph. So again, you'll see this project trending on Twitter a lot, and it's amazing because it doesn't have the best price action, family. It really doesn't. Keep it real with you, it really doesn't. This is a project that you hold for 5 to 10 years because of the council and because of the technology. This is not a project, right, that you're like, I'm gonna get rich overnight. This is a long-term project, and you got to understand, when investing, you got to be ready for 4 to 7 years. If you're not ready for 4 to 7 years, then you're just walking into a casino. All right, family, keep that in mind. CoinCodex here is pricing that we get more pain 6 months down the line and even a year down the line. Now, this may not be right, but you want to keep this in mind, that when these predictions come out from these websites, they usually are pricing in things that we don't see. So maybe they are thinking that this Fed rate cut or pivot is going to send the market down. There's a lot of noise right now with the whole credit and debt capitulation. A lot of people, debt is high, all-time highs. Debt is at all-time highs, not just for the poor, but also the wealthy and the middle class. So you'll start to see more capitulation in the debt sector, like cars getting repoed, people getting kicked out, losing their homes, etc., which could cause more pain in the market. Because what they're going to do, they're going to sell their crypto first before they let go of their house or let go of their car. So we will see better prices if the market goes how people are predicting it, and that is a heavy recession. Well, not heavy, just a Fed-induced recession in 2023. And let me know what y'all think. Will we have a Fed-induced recession in 2023, or do you think 2023 will be bullish? I'd love to know you guys' opinion. And last but not least, we're not getting a lot of action from Bitcoin. So it's two things that either's happening here. All right. So there's no confidence inside the crypto space, or Bitcoin is forming a bottom. And usually when Bitcoin forms a bottom, you'll see a slow leakage from altcoins, but the altcoins will also form a bottom. So that's what we want to see right now in the crypto bear, crypto winter. We want to see these bottoms being formed. That's how we know that we're headed into the accumulation stage, and then the next leg up right after the Bitcoin halving cycle. So some people think that we can go to 10K, 14K. I don't know. Some people think we're forming the bottom right now. You be the judge, but I'm going to take this opportunity in time to continue to find good entry points for Hedera Hashgraph. And again, family, my prediction is in the next bull cycle, I feel like Hedera Hashgraph can easily be in the top 20 as far as crypto projects. It's already 37. You feel me? And it's amazing that Chainlink is not top 20 based on what they've been doing in the bear market. But I can see Hedera if these companies that's running these nodes actually care about the community. They got to actually care, because that's the flip side of this. They already got money. They already set. You feel me? So what you got to ask yourself, what is it in for them? What's in it for them? What's in it for all of these projects here that sit at this council, right? What's in it for them? What's in it for them? Are they going to rug us, or are they going to take us to the promised land? There's only two things that's going to happen. They're either going to rug us, or they're going to take us to the promised land. But that's my 2023 outlook for Hedera Hashgraph. It's your boy SOAPGAWDSTV. Leave a comment, helps the algorithm. SOAPGAWDSTV, Millie.